Imagine biting into a piece of candy and finding a note inside that reads, "Warning, contains cyanide." In 1984, that wasn't fiction. It was a real threat that triggered one of the largest manhunts in Japanese history. A criminal group kidnapped a corporate executive from his own bathroom. They burned company vehicles. They threatened to poison children. They mocked police in national newspapers. And for 17 months, they controlled an entire country. They called themselves the Monster with 21 Faces. No arrests, no confirmed identities. And today, legally, no one can be charged. This is the story of the most brazen corporate extortion case in modern history. Welcome to Arcane Echo. Tonight, we step into 1980s Japan, an era of explosive economic growth, neon skylines, and corporate power. At the center of it all was a candy empire, and the men who decided to terrorize it. This is the Glico-Morinaga case, and it remains unsolved. March 18, 1984. Osaka. Katsuhisa Ezaki, president of Ezaki Glico, is at home with his family. At approximately 9 p.m., two masked men enter the house. They are armed. They do not ransack the home. They do not steal valuables. They take him. Ezaki is pulled from his bathroom and forced into a vehicle. Within days, Glico receives a ransom demand equivalent to millions of dollars. But something about this feels different. The kidnappers aren't just after money. They want spectacle. And then something unexpected happens. Ezaki escapes. He slips out of the warehouse where he's being held and makes his way to safety. Ordinarily, that would end the case. Instead, it escalates it. Soon after the failed kidnapping, Glico company vehicles are set on fire. Then the letters begin. Typed, precise, mocking. They are sent to media outlets across Japan. The writers ridicule investigators. They describe the police as incompetent. Then comes the real threat. The group claims they have laced Glico candy with cyanide. They say poison products have been placed on store shelves. Whether true or not doesn't matter. The panic is immediate. Supermarkets remove entire product lines. Parents inspect packaging with fear. Sales collapse. Glico reportedly loses tens of millions of dollars. The group signs their letters, the Monster with 21 Faces, a name inspired by a villain from Japanese detective fiction. They are not hiding. They are performing. June 28, 1984. Police arrange a ransom drop. Undercover officers monitor a train station. They are waiting. And then he appears. A man with sharp, narrow eyes. Short-permed hair. Calm. Watching. He matches the suspect description. An officer tracks him through the station. There is hesitation. No arrest is made. Moments later, he disappears into the crowd. The image of this man, captured on surveillance, becomes iconic. He is known as the Fox-Eyed Man. To this day, he has never been publicly identified. For many investigators, this was the closest the case ever came to resolution. The campaign spreads. Morinaga, Marudai ham, house foods. Multiple corporations are threatened with poison. Police deploy extraordinary tactics. Officers disguise themselves as grocery shoppers, as housewives, as delivery staff. More than 100,000 individuals are questioned over the course of the investigation. Tens of thousands of leads are reviewed. And then, tragedy. In August 1985, the supervising police official overseeing the investigation dies by suicide. The pressure had become immense. 5 days later, the group sends what becomes its final confirmed letter. It states they are ending their attacks, not because they were caught, not because they were satisfied, but because they chose to stop. And then, silence. Theories emerged immediately. Organized crime manipulating stock prices. Political extremists attempting economic destabilization. Foreign intelligence interference. Corporate rivalry. Some analysts noted the group's apparent knowledge of police communications. Their letters suggested education and discipline. This did not appear to be random violence. It appeared structured, strategic, but no theory was ever proven. No organization claimed responsibility beyond the pseudonym. The Monster with 21 Faces existed only in ink and threat. At the time, Japanese law imposed statutes of limitations on serious crimes. Kidnapping, extortion, attempted murder. One by one, those legal clocks expired. By the early 2000s, prosecution was no longer possible. Even if the perpetrators were identified, the investigation officially wound down. The case remains open in memory, closed in law. Today, the famous Glico Running Man sign still glows in Osaka. Tourists take photos. Most are unaware that the company once faced a terror campaign that reshaped corporate security across Japan. The monster with 21 faces was never unmasked, and unless someone confesses, it likely never will be. They called themselves the bad guys. They humiliated law enforcement. They destabilized corporations. They threatened children. And they walked away. Somewhere, someone knows the truth. And for more than 4 decades, they've kept it. If you want evidence-based breakdowns of the world's most complex unsolved cases, subscribe. Because sometimes justice doesn't arrive, but the record still exists. And we follow the record. Until next time, keep the lights on.